Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I want to kind of continue on what I ended up with, which was with AI and the problems that AI. Does AI pose a threat right now? And what do you see as the threat from AI in the future? If you can elaborate on that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Congressman. The threats from AI that I see today are primarily, and what we've seen adversaries using various AI for, whether it be large language models or stable diffusion or different algorithms that can be used to generate new content, has been primarily around disinformation, misinformation, and enabling faster research. In other words, threat actors have used artificial intelligence LLMs to automate writing scripts that they can use during an intrusion or during a ransomware operation.
If I can interrupt, will that mature into AI writing code that will be malicious in nature?
I've personally done some research in that area, and I think right now it's not there. You still need to be very familiar with the tool chain, and you need to be able to actually compile the code and debug it and understand where there's issues. But every day this technology gets better, and it's something that we need to keep a close eye on to ensure that we understand how threat actors may use it as well as good actors.
Yeah, I mean, AI scares me, and that's why we have to be on top. Because the only defense against AI in the future, I mean, if it gets totally mature and it just starts writing code, and you have to have AI on your side that writes the counter code just as fast as it's getting this code. So you're going to have millions of attacks per day, and you have to defend against millions of attacks per day because these things will just generate attack after attack after attack. Now, then you put that with quantum computing, now you really got a problem. Where is your company on that? I mean, you're a leader in cybersecurity. I'm concerned about the fact that a program that was supposed to protect systems against cyber attacks actually kind of destroyed the system they were trying to protect. Didn't destroy it, but certainly disrupted it, all right? So in the future, I can see this as be a tremendous problem and a tremendous risk. And it may be that the future says that we can't be so connected anymore because of the vulnerabilities involved. Can you foresee such a future?
I don't foresee a future where things need to be disconnected necessarily, but I think that we need to be very careful and thoughtful as we roll out artificial intelligence solutions. Happy to work with your staff and yourself to spend more time on that issue if you'd like.
Well, I don't think it'd be in your best interest for us to disconnect, all right? But I'm not sure if it wouldn't be in our best interest sometime in the future for security reasons to disconnect somewhat. That somehow, no matter what comes in, that the system won't be disrupted. That, yeah, oh, that's a hiccup. Oh, I just got punched in the face, but I'm not going to get knocked out, all right? And that's the problem that we have. My fear is that an adversary, before they launch something, will try to knock us out. And I think we're vulnerable to that right now, that we can get knocked out. Our electrical systems can get knocked out. Transportation systems can get knocked out, all at the same time, causing massive disruptions. And I don't think anybody can tell me that, no, that's not possible. It is possible, right?
What I would suggest, sir, is that I think in the future we can see that organizations will have their own AI workloads. They'll be deploying artificial intelligence to solve customer challenges, business challenges, and it won't be a handful of AIs that are being used across the globe. I think we'll see very localized artificial intelligence workloads, and this is something that we need to be thinking about. How do we secure those AI workloads into the future? Because adversaries can leverage that AI workload. They can poison the data that goes into AI training. So there's a whole new wave of horizon threats that pertain to AI, and something that I think is a very critical thing for us to be talking about.
Thank you. My time is up. I yield back.